Okay, going to do a quick little video here about replacing blend door actuator on a 2011 Chevy Impala. I'm not going to show you the whole procedure on replacing the actual actuator. This is the new one right here. That's the old one laying on the floor. There's plenty of videos on YouTube on how to do this. This is the one furthest on the right that moves this big blend door back in there. Let me get the light set here right. And it's right over here on the side. This is really tough to get back in here. I can see it from here. Let's see. There, see that white knob sticking out back in there? That's the actual shaft that moves that actuator or blend door, not actuator, the blend door back in there. I'm going to see if I can just move it with my fingers so you can see it. This is tough to do. This is really tight. See that door moving? That's what I'm replacing the actuator on, that door right there. I'm just going to give you some tips and stuff here of stuff I run into doing this. Those two bolts right there are the most miserable bolts to get off in, no, I'm going to not say the entire world. There's probably something more miserable to get at than that, but those are tough. Those are a pain. You'll lose your religion over getting them. There's just no way of getting around it. I've dropped that ratchet 50 times. My little 1/4-inch drive ratchet with a 5.5 millimeter socket on it. I know I dropped it 50 times back in there trying to get those bolts out back in there. And it's that stupid cable right there, that electric cable. If it wasn't in there, if it was 6 inches to the right, it wouldn't be so hard to do. But it's right in a position where you get your hand in there, and it's just such a pain in the butt to do. I've practically been laying upside down trying to get my arm back in there, my hand back in there, in order to do that. You just got to fight it. There's no way around it. So that's that part of it. Getting it out, putting it back in, you just got to fight them. There's no two ways about it. The other thing I would suggest to anybody doing it, they're on some of the videos, they show hooking the motor up to wires and running the motor to get this connection here in the same position as what the shaft is back inside there on the blend door to make it line up. You shouldn't have to do that. You should be able to put this on the blend door, then roll this back and forth to get these holes, get them two holes to line up. And this hole down here is for a pin. You should be able to roll that back and forth. It'll just move the blend door back and forth and then slide it on. Shouldn't have to do that, hooking motors up and making them move and stuff. No matter which one of these you do, you should be able to do that. I replaced that one over there on a different car. There's one back, there's a blend actuator right in there, right there. You can see the white tag on it. I replaced it on another car, and I didn't have to hook this up to a power source and rotate this connection here. I just put it on there and rolled it around until it went in place, and it was fine. That worked. The other thing for anybody doing this, if you're like me, I'm an old man, I'm on blood thinners, so at least a little bit of a scratch, and those scratches, that is a styptic pencil on there just to keep them from bleeding. This edge right here and this edge right here, these things will tear you up. And that's what got me right there, till I realized they were doing that. So find yourself a heavy rag or so and throw a rag over that to keep from getting torn up. It just there's no way around it. So anyway, because this is the glove box door, and you have to let this down in order to get yourself back up in there. So those are my couple tips to, oh, one more tip. Down here, I'll take that down later. I had to take all of this trim off of here. It's laying right here. I had to take this trim off. I had to sock it up in there on a extension, and I was trying to use it kind of like a screwdriver to finish running one of the screws out. Slipped out of my fingers, hit something in there, bounced over. There's a hole back up in here that goes down this pillar. Somehow I ended up going in that hole, down this pillar, and was laying at the bottom of this pillar. I had to take this electrical box completely out like that and dig down in there, down in that hole, in order to get my socket and extension back, which really perturbed me, but hey, it is what it is. Fortunately, it goes in and out here just that easy right there. So all I got to do is put the trim, and the trim just snaps in these holes right here. So the trim's not hard to get in and out. It's really simple, but just an extra step. And then till I realized something that had gone clear down in there, it took me a half hour looking around, digging, pulling carpet back, and trying to find this stupid thing. So think about that. If you drop something and you can't find it, it may go in that hole up in here and end up down in this door pillar. So anyway, that's my couple tips and hints for putting this actuator in. It's a pain in the butt, I'm telling you. There's just no two ways about it. There surely could have been a better way they could have designed this in order to get at these things, but it is what it is. So anyway, I hope this helps somebody that's going to try and put one of those in there. Like I say, lots of other videos on the actual putting it in and out, of pulling the bolts out and disconnecting the wire and stuff. That's all straightforward stuff, but like I say, it's just an absolute pain in the butt to do. I hate this job. This is the second time in my lifetime I've done this. I hope this is the last time. Anyway, all right, thanks for watching. I hope this helps somebody out. God bless.